Going to see that layout for that ionic framework. So first of all, like, if you see this ionic, what is this ionic, structure, so whenever you create an application, right? So basically we have like there is a structure in this ionic, like the first is thing, like, so if you see this, by like, you have, we are going to discuss this thing, layout, structure, and grid, right? The first thing, the structure is like, it's like a skeleton type of your, like, suppose you have a body, right? So you have a head, you have the middle part, right? We have the tummy, all the thing come, head, and you have that foot, right? So these three things. So in similar way we have in ionic, like head, body, and the footer. So it is like header, content, and the footer, right? So the similar way we have in the ionic, okay? So if you see this thing, right? So if you directly jump into the code, right, because that is going to matter a lot. So if you see, you have a header, we have footer, we have, so if you go to the code, which is, I already opened that, see, right, if you see this ionic header, right? So we have head section, we have content section, and we are going to have something ionic and footer, okay? So it's like footer, okay? So these three things. So head will be on the top, the content will be in between the center, and the footer at the bottom of your mobile. So if you see, right, if you're going to just run this on that platform that I'm going to run this iOS iPhone. So ionic control G, sorry, why it is going there, ionic cap run iOS, it's live, actually live loading, okay? So it is going to run on that iOS platform. So it is asking me to select that, which, so I want on iPhone simulator, okay? So it is going to run iPhone 11. You can see it from here, right? iPhone 11. So now it is, adding those plugins, and it is binding the code, which whatever we have written into that particular iOS folder. So it is going to take some time, few seconds. So in meantime, I'm going to fast forward this video. So now you can see that, that simulator started, right? So this is iPhone 11, which we have selected, that is iOS 15. So if you see in the backend also what it is, like, it did ionic and iOS, it like binded all those, TypeScript into that ECMAScript, the file, and all those things, plugin, all those plugin also, it put it in that iOS folder, right? So now it is running this particular simulator, okay? So you can see, right? So you can see this, I'm going to minimize this thing so that you can see the code. Sorry. So you can see this thing, this is like tags, okay? So we can just, so this is like a header, okay? This is a header type tag, okay? This is a footer, there is a footer, right? So we are going to write this thing, this ion tool, inside that ion toolbar, okay? So this is the skeleton for that, okay? So once you do that, right, you see this footer came, right? So footer, the section came for the footer also. So we can have, see, this is a header and title, tab 1, tab 2. So where is the header? So this is the header. So tab 1, tab 2, tab 3. Right. So basically it is displaying, see the header, I think it is displaying that whatever the tab which we select here, okay? So that is displaying on that header, okay? So but if if you go to the code, let's go to the code, go to the app, okay. Component, this is app component, yes, steps. Okay. So tab and tab to tab. Content. Yeah, you see this, it is binding that, right? So if we, if I hide, like, for some time, like control C, okay, just comment, right? So you can see this will give you that. For some reason it's not working. So okay, that's not an issue. So that is like header part. Okay, so whatever the header, we are binding it to the header. This is the header. So, but this thing we can discuss in the later part, like, but first of all try to understand this is the header part. Okay, and this is the content, right? This content, ion content, this is the content main section, and this is the footer which comes below the bottom, right? The bottom part. So the purpose, like header, you can display simply header the content where you will display the main content of the application. The footer, like you can just suppose there is a, like you want to display some, suppose there is a, some text boxes or check boxes, some functionality, and you want to save, cancel, all those things. So those buttons will like we usually, that is just an example. So we used to put it here in the footer. So that we have seen these things, right? So now what I'm going to do, we are going to the next part, that is the grid. Okay, so the grid part, like, so grid is, as you know, grid is something, this is the responsive grid. Okay, first of all, sorry, that is responsive grid, and you can find this grid in all the framework. Like for example, if you go to that, we have in Bootstrap also, we have another framework, this, like, with this type of grid. Okay, and if you are familiar with this thing, right now there is a 12 column. Okay, it's based on a 12 column. So anything, like, just suppose, for example, I'm just going to copy this thing and put it in, I'm trying to put inside that content. Okay, suppose I'm going to put it here. Okay, so it will show you, just you can see this thing, it is on the tab 1. Okay, you see this thing, right? We have 3 grid. Okay, so like it's like 1 2 3, it's all 3, it's like 1 2 3, it is taking 4 4. Okay, 4 4 8 8 12. Okay, so that way. So just just for like highlight that, just putting background color. Okay, background color equal to something. Okay, wow. Copy paste to speed up this. Copy paste here also. Just going to this speed up and different color. Okay. Just select some color. Okay, so something like that. So once you save that, right, so you can see that, you see this thing, right? So in this way we can see it is taking 4 4. Okay, it's 4 to 4 to 3, that is 12. Okay, so it's 12 column. So it is always 12 column here in also ionic. Okay, so in this way, like, we can have, like, you can create our application, we can have header, footer, and we can have a grade where we can use in our application. So I hope it helped. It is, so I hope, so thanks for listening. If you like, then please subscribe and share with your friends.